Every content creator I know needs this product. It's the Obsbot ME. It hasn't been off Kickstarter very long. I funded it back when it was and got it as soon as they began to ship out. I've included this in my regular kit, and let me tell you, I have grown to not only trust it, but to rely greatly on this little product. Whether you are recording and editing or you're live streaming constantly, if you are a one-man crew, this is the product that you need. I do need to say, Obsbot has not reached out to me. They have not asked me to do this video. They have not sponsored this video. They did not send me this. Well, technically they did send me this, but it was only after I paid them to send me this. Anyway, the Obsbot ME doesn't have software that you have to download and run on a phone. That's the beauty of this system. It's not relying on an app running on a device, so you can put any device in here that will fit, and it will track based on its built-in algorithm, its built-in eye, and your willingness to give it the high five sign. It comes out of the box with a charging cable with this handy tripod that fits in the bottom, 1/4 mount on bottom, so it'll also fit on any full-size tripod or any other variety of stands that may take a 1/4. Now, this little diaper that I have put on it is a 3D print of mine. It has a cold shoe on the back that allows it to hold something like my Rode Wireless Go receiver. This is the transmitter, but the receiver just clips right on there whenever I'm using it to follow me and I need the microphone to be set up. The Obsbot ME is an AI tracking device that is capable of two absolute marvels. One, it can hold many different kinds of cameras. It will hold an action cam here, and it will track you with its eye. Do you have a iPhone SE? Fits as snug as a bug in a rug. My mom would be proud over that one. Speaking of my mom, she said to tell all you subscribers, thank you for supporting my baby. She also said, if you haven't subscribed yet, you just don't know what you're missing. iPhone 11 Pro Max with a case on it. Up to 10.5 millimeters wide. It will hold anything that these jaws will clamp around. And it will AI track, pivot, and follow you with whatever device you choose to put in its jaws. The other absolute marvel is where the magic actually happens. Its AI algorithm plus a 120-degree field of view means it will track you at almost any human speed, and it doesn't have to just follow your face. It can follow your body form. Now, there's a FAQ on the Obsbot ME website, and the question has been asked, will it track something other than a human form? And their answer is an official no. And I suppose, since the trigger for this to follow you is a high five sign, it would be hard for any other object to make that sign and get it to start following it. There'll be folks who push that to the limit, though. I just know there will be. I've compared this to the face follow feature in the Mevo app tracking software. I've compared it to the Hohem iSteady V2 with its ability to track as it holds an iPhone. This one is much more advanced than either one of those. But I'm not comparing this to anything else today, so let's look at a couple of technical specifications. It has a 2-hour runtime. It does a 300-degree pan. As I said before, it can track at 120 degrees per second, and it will hold a phone up to 10.5 millimeters thick. I've been imagining all kinds of content creators and how they might use this. So let's take a look at how it works. So if I were working on a video where I were around a bicycle, maybe I was doing a how-to on repairing a chain or adjusting brakes, and I needed to be here at the bicycle with it, right? I needed to be able to turn around. Obviously, I have my overhead shot, but I want this camera to follow me wherever I go around the bicycle. I could set it up wide enough that it would catch everything no matter what. Or I could zoom in so that as I moved, it keeps me centered up in the frame. So if I'm working on changing out pedals, or if I need to talk about maybe the battery system that I have on this electronic bike, or what it's like to adjust your seat height properly, or any of a variety of things that need to happen on this particular bicycle, whether I'm on this side or that side, whether I turn around so that I'm not even facing the camera, it's going to track my human form, my body, not necessarily just my face. So whereas other AI trackers tend to focus on the facial features, and when you turn around it loses you, this one doesn't. It's going to keep me no matter which direction I go. I may need to work on adjusting this brake and get both hands on it and still turn around and know that the tracker is going to track me. This one does. Let's say your content is a hiking vlog and you want to highlight your time spent on the Lone Star Trail. With the Obsbot ME, you have the ability to catch that classic walk-by shot without having to reset up your equipment. It's going to catch you coming down the trail, but whereas you would normally have to turn your camera, reset up your shot, and film yourself walking away, this is going to follow you. And so as you walk down the trail, it's going to follow you in your walk-away shot, make all of that so much easier. Now, on the practice run here, I jumped up a rabbit that was right here by the pond, but he is long since gone, and I do not see him. Now, I've walked a good ways away from the camera. I'm going to see if the ME is still tracking me. It is still blue. And I am a solid 20, maybe 25 yards away. It's pretty good tracking. I know that. I know it's tracking because it's still blue. And as I walk back towards it, the color won't change, but it will continue to follow me as I come back by. Still following me. Let's say your content is all about kitchen creations and you need to move about your kitchen as you're showing what it is you want. Of course, you're going to have your overhead shot, but you want this one to follow you. The Obsbot ME does just that. Now, this is a warmer. It's pretty good size. It may not follow me around it, but it did pick me up on the other side once it saw that I had peeked back around from it. So now I have access to my stove and my oven if that's what I'm needing to show you. If I'm still working in the prep, I'll go back on the other side of the warmer and see, and it picks me back up one more time. Oh, nope, it's looking for me. Hey, come back over here. The warmer notwithstanding, the Obsbot ME is a great tool when you have to move about a confined space and you need to be tracked as you're talking to the camera. Of course, if you're in a church setting and you've got one of those walking preachers, you folks from the South know what I'm talking about. You can catch them and keep them zoomed in even when they walk. They don't necessarily have to stay focused on the camera and shuffle from side to side. They can flat walk and get everywhere they want to get and still stay in the center of this camera's view because it's going to track them at 120 degrees per second. I've never seen a preacher walk across the front of a church that fast. So this tool has so many uses for the content creators out there. If you're looking at purchasing the Obsbot ME, there's a link in the description. It's an affiliate link over to Amazon. But if you are, let me know in the comments how you're looking at using it. What's your content creation that could benefit from the Obsbot ME?